Good morning, everybody. This is Greg Tingle reporting for the Media Man Group, including Media Man Australia, Media Man International, our lead project, Media for Good. You can all see me better this morning. There's no silhouette. There's heavy cloud. It's overcast on the east coast of Sydney, Australia. I thought we'd make our own sunshine. The show must go on. I decided let's just do this. Don't worry about the sun being covered by the clouds. On the ongoing theme covering the world situation, thought we'd give another report. We were in the city, the CBD of Sydney, Australia, just the other day. It was very cold, quite unusual, even a bit surreal. There was a lot of security officers and rangers walking around Darling Harbour, a few around Circular Quay as well, and other parts of Sydney, but mainly Darling Harbour. Why is that? I spoke to a friendly one, not to say that any of them are not friendly, but one that looked like a friendly soul, and I got talking to them. Lovely lady. She had the vest on. And I said, what do you think of this world situation? For real, what do you really think? And she said, for that answer, I would have to take the vest off. And I thought, I actually like her answer, because I like to look things in the positive perspective. And I told my friend, I said, she knows what's going on. Smart lady, good answer. Maybe she needs or wants the pay from being a ranger. I understand that stuff. I'll tell you why. With my very well-rounded life, I was in the Australian Army Reserve for 3 years. I used to get paid tax-free money on the recruitment course, which I evidently went on to be awarded Most Improved Recruit, which included elements of firearms, fitness, orientation, discipline, drill, parade, basically being a good soldier, being an asset to Australia's military backup forces. So did the full 3 years there. I learned a lot of training, and one of them, discipline. Also, I guess you could say obedience. That's for the army, however. Now let's go down further the rabbit hole. Okay, so military, war machines. What about this? War, invisible war beneath the surface. A war against humanity? A war against capitalism? Or is it a war against middle class? Or something else? A combination? A reset button? Is this something that the United Nations has come up with? Maybe World Economic Forum? Something to do with the WHO? A combination? Also utilising elements of news media and television and radio and newspapers. My audience, many of you will know that I'm a qualified journalist. Did about 7 years of full-on journalism, going to crime scenes in Sydney's eastern suburbs. The journalism was very real to me. It affected me because it could get quite traumatic. It could take its toll going to crime scenes. There was one time, I think it was Herwood Street. There was another in a street that was just off Beauchamp Road. Look, there's been stuff in McKeon Street. It takes its toll being a real and authentic journalist. But again, I'm a former journalist. I'm primarily a media and sports agent. but more importantly, a social change agent. So I'm doing my best in my position as a modest size media company to shine a light and try to use media and business as a force of good. You're not going to get this sort of broadcast on Australian television or many other TV stations around the world. You're just not going to get it. So I know it's not as polished, but you know what? Many people would say, and you be the judge, it's more real, it's more honest, it's more authentic. We're not putting on a happy, smiley face pretending that everything's well and great in the world, because it's not. One thing I learnt from the military and also from my late father and other good people over the years is to stand up for yourself and stand up for what's right. Help a friend, help a neighbour. Things that should be talked about, discussed, written about, should be. Communication, human rights, the flow of information. Not censorship, unless it was in extreme examples. If somebody's got extremely bad intentions, I understand censorship then. We know about censorship. So, I hope you're all doing the right sort of things that'll be good for you and your loved ones, your family, your friends, your life. Like exercising. We can just hear a jogger going past now. Exercising, eating well, catching up with people that you like, doing your hobbies, maybe do a bit of meditation, bit of yoga, swimming, surfing, photography. You could even do broadcasting. You could be your own broadcaster. You might like to do that too, to help you do your thing and make your views known around the world. I was just doing some deep thinking. Again, you're not going to get that from regular television, are you? They don't really stop and pause and think and reflect. It's all very staged, managed, or could you say manipulated? There we go. Some of these messages coming from various forces in the world at the moment, I recognise it as mind control, a form of mind manipulation. But that stuff doesn't work with me, not even for a millisecond. I've got a pretty good nose and head to identify lies and BS, the old BS detector, mistruths, anything like corruption. I'm pretty much onto it pretty quickly. I'm glad I did those courses way back then. But look, we're all on our own journeys. Gonna go and touch some salt water, get down to the ocean's edge. I encourage everybody, remain a free, independent thinker, a free spirit. Look after your civil liberties. Do not be afraid or fearful. It's up to you. Do you buy into some of the fear in the world, or will you remain strong of mind or spirit? To thy own self be true. Love thy neighbour. Also keep in mind that not everybody may be quite as much of an independent free thinker or as smart or as intelligent as yourselves. Some people question authority. Some people might just question authority a little bit. Some people are almost like oblivious. It was a bit disturbing going through the city the other day and everyone wearing these masks, and I hate to use the analogy, but some of them were going around a little bit like zombies. Censorship, mind control. Not buying into it, folks, but everybody, my audience, our audience of the Media Man Group tuning in, whatever you think of the world situation, I respect your views. Do what you feel you need to do to look after yourself. Eat the food you want, drink what you want, watch the media that you want, wear what you want, think what you want. I encourage that. It just seemed very timely to do an update for you all. So I hope you are well. We're going to go down and touch the water's edge, and we'll be catching up with you again soon. Thank you for tuning in to Media Man Australia and Media Man International, the Media Man Group. Make the most of your life. We'll be seeing you again soon. Have a great day.